Hey, Chris. I think now it should work. Man, that yeah. Hopefully, I mean, I don't see it yet on YouTube. I need to check that later on. But how are you doing? I don't want to do too
I'm
much here.
I'm doing well. Um, yeah, it does seem to come up on YouTube as well, so I'll see some little delay. No, I've been all right. It's been a few busy weeks, but we're all good now. So I'm really excited for today. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm great too. Oh yeah, we got Bruno here. Yeah, I'm also fine. I got also some work to do. I'm working on several stuff, also little open source projects. So yeah, there is lots of stuff on my table, and I've been doing a lot of these Twitter Spaces lately. So you probably have seen one, Chris, or probably joined as a listener. So yeah, that was crazy weeks actually. Crazy. The last 3 weeks was it probably were really crazy. But I love
Yeah,
it.
I can imagine.
I love it actually. So and here we are. I mean, we talked about this live stream for like I don't know, when we started talking about, hey, let's do a live stream, and now we're actually hosting it. So that's cool.
Exactly. Yeah, it's exciting stuff.
So can you, because I'm just making sure that everything runs here smoothly, describe what we've planned for today as our first stream in a probably session of streams, because I'm not sure how far we get today, but we have set up another episode kind of next week. So what are our plans for today?
Yeah, so well, in total, we plan to create a resume with Tailwind and Next.js. And the idea is to obviously have it as an open source project
Yeah.
so that whoever wants to use it can use it, or you can join us and build it together with us.
Yeah.
So that's super cool. And for today, we plan to well introduce Tailwind into Next.js and start on the header and maybe some other components to see how that goes and what we can achieve in this time frame.
Yeah, exactly. So let me go to the other branch here before I show my VS Code. I'm gonna quickly jump to, it should be that scene, hopefully. Yeah. So let me show that first. So we have set up, or together we have set up a repository, resume Tailwind template where we're gonna push everything into. And I've actually derived it here from my Next.js template I'm working on, because as I said, I'm currently working on some open source templates and smaller projects. So this is the repository where let me quickly zoom in, because I see that it's rather not so big on the YouTube stream. Hey Mohammed, hi, nice to have you here on the stream as well. So yeah, we will build it with Next.js and Tailwind, and we do a quick setup intro. So what we have set up and how the repository looks like, and then we just jump right into it, because we want to build a resume page here. By the way, Chris, before we start, I want to give you the space here on my YouTube channel that you can talk about your blog, because it's so impressive what you do since, I don't know, 390 days now. I don't know how many days in a row you're now blogging. So feel free to say something about your blog first before we start, because it's really
Ah,
impressive
cool.
what you do since over a year now.
Yeah. It's been way over a year now. Um, Just checking. Yeah, just over 390 indeed. Good guess.
Yeah, phew, that
uh,
was
yeah, literally 391, I think, if I counted correctly. Um, so yeah, it's been hectic. I started it obviously in lockdown with a lot of spare time, and
yeah.
well, it's kind of become you know. a child almost, so you have to keep it going. But I really enjoy doing it. So else I would have long stopped it.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy putting out the content. I learn a lot from it. So I try to write daily, and so far that's been very successful. As at least in the writing part. So
That's awesome.
very happy with that.
That's great, and I'm so happy for you that it works out so well. And yeah, as you said, it's like a child, and you know you need to keep entertaining and feeding your child. So that's yeah.
Exactly.
That's cool that this works out for you. Okay, let me quickly here delete an application I'm not needing. So okay, I'm heading right into the source code now. That people see it. Let me quickly zoom in a little bit, so that it's whoa. Okay, I need to get used to this. That it's so huge, but it's better for the people watching. Let me actually change the scene so that they see what we're doing. So I'm not sure who is watching and if the people who are watching are familiar with Next.js. So let's do a quick intro what we're doing. I mean, to get started, I set up, I'm using Gradle here because we use that in our company, or use it in our current company. So with Gradle W def, you set up the entire project. So this will install all the dependencies and do some background tasks to copy files, for instance, the .env.local and the .env.test that is required if you use some environment variables. We don't need that in our current project, but I still have it there for, I mean, because it's derived from the template when I created that. And as in every Next.js project with yarn def, I mean, we're using yarn here. It also works with npm. With yarn def, you can start the Next.js application. And once you started it, there is this in source pages, because Next.js does this page-based routing or file-based routing, whatever you call it, that you have to create a page, and whatever the name of the page is, for instance, 404 or index, that's going to be a root in your application. And for our app or resume page that we're going to build, we just need one route, the index, where we put everything on the page. And as soon as the dependencies are installed, I think it's slower than usual because I'm streaming with a 4K camera now, watching Chris here and a little on the side here, and YouTube here, and live sharing my screen via Skype so Chris can follow me along. So this probably takes some time to install here. But let me quickly go to the repository. What I also set up is, probably need to refresh it. Oh no, you see it. We also have this resume page then available on Vercel if you do it by yourself, for instance, so that this is a quick, easy deploy application or deployable application. So it's still fetching and linking apps or deps, whatever you call it. So while my VS Code is doing stuff and is busy, let's talk about the design that we have selected for our project that we're doing here. So you found, I think, yeah, it was you who selected and found this. Yeah, Mohammed, it's actually a little bit stuff that's going on here. I need a new computer actually to be better prepared for that kind of streams. But so Chris, you selected that or reselected it. You found it this template here. So this is what we're gonna build. So this Alex Smith will be any one of you. So we decided that we do it with this resume.config.js, right? So that you can configure this resume page easily and use it for your own application, for your resume.
Yeah, exactly.
What we do today, because we prepared that in weeks ago, is this header, as you said, and also here this what I do with the icons and some text. And then in another episode, we're gonna do the testimonials Let's see what we do about the clients and some, you know, fun facts. I mean, coffee consumed, that's obviously something that should be that's funny, and many people put it on their site, so why not? I mean, I'm curious how they count that. Do they have like a, you know, a counter at their coffee machine? Like, you know, that would be interesting. By this, live updating the coffee consumption.
Yeah, I mean, you get Wi-Fi connected coffee machines, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, that would be really, that would be funny, actually. Okay, so let's go back into my VS Code. Yeah, it's running. I mean, the theme I'm using is complaining that Docker is not running, but that's not the problem at all here. So let me just run yarn dev. I mean, I've done some stuff under the hood in this next application. So for instance, I created the app layout, but it's really basic. There is not much inside of it. What this layout is actually doing is just that people understand what we do here is I take the index page, for instance, and I added the new property .layout and assign the app layout to it. And when the app renders the page, which happens here in under app, I take the layout from the current page component and wrap the page with that layout, with that layout component. And what this enables us to do is to create a static layout for all pages of our application that persists when you navigate. Because I remember when we started talking about Next.js that I said that one gotcha that I had when I started with Next.js is how to persist layout or parts of my layout when navigating. And that's actually how I resolved it. Because I saw an interesting article from the Tailwind creators. But let's go back here, and you're still with me in the VS Code, right? Are you? I hope so.
I am, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, Rahul. So let's collect some money and finance the green screen for Chris. We're gonna open a Kickstarter campaign to get Chris a green screen. That would be interesting. By the way, thanks Chris for taking care of the chat. So let me go on the page on the page here. Oh no, it's 3,000. Wait a sec. Okay, now it should work. And we should see a very simple page with almost nothing on the page. As soon there is, I mean, when there is something coming up. Is it? Let me check the server again.
It should, right?
Let me check the server again.
Well, it is running on my side.
Oh yeah, here it is. So I mean that's kind of like the starter page that's just empty from my template, so there is nothing much here. So that's why we create this thing from scratch now. Okay, Chris, showtime. Oh, there are a lot of people here. So hi Bruno, hi Simon, Mohamed Raoul. That's so cool. By the way, Bruno, we still haven't got in a call. We talked about this for a month, so now it's in a video on YouTube. We should do that. Okay, so let's first change the title here. Let's just whoops. Let's create it resume for whatever. So I'm gonna delete everything from the page now, Chris, and
whoops.
Whoa, what's happening here?
That's just VS Code.
Yeah.
Too quick.
Yeah. Let me see if that deleted everything, and I'm deleting the navigation component because we don't need that. And now everything should go away. Let me see. Yeah, now there is just test and nothing else. Okay, we don't need translations for now. I mean, the template, by the way, Chris, that I created also comes with translations, so you could translate your resume. By the way.
Next level.
Yeah, that's that's part of a future story then. Okay, so let's create a new component. I think we called it header in our
Yes,
preparation
correct.
thing. I mean, you have the already prepared code somewhere, right? So that if we're stuck, we get it.
Yeah, I'll be able to have a look.
There is a second branch already pushed to that repository.
Yes.
So let me quickly. By the way, we're using TypeScript. If you have not seen that already, let me create a header tsx here, and we're gonna need a React stateless component. Where is my autocomplete? React stateless component. No, now works. We're gonna use a header component. Let me quickly, whoops, export everything from this header file so that we can quickly import this header module here from the components.
Perfect.
Hi, Simon. I just saw that he wrote something also. Okay, so we want to have this header here on our main page. So let me quickly import that. I mean, we're not going to explain too much about React here or some other things. We assume that everyone who's watching is already familiar with those things.
They're probably more familiar with React than me.
Yeah, but yeah, we get you there. After that live stream sessions, you're gonna know everything. Okay.
Exactly.
By the way, because I also forgot to say that Tailwind is already integrated into this repository, also with the latest just-in-time feature that they announced probably 2 weeks or 1 week ago. I can't remember. So I got the header now here. Let's see if that works. Header. Just an empty div or a div where it just says header. Yeah, it works. We got our header component. Hi, Raphael. Oh, that's so cool.
Ooh.
So, Chris, what's next?
Yes.
We have now created a new header component that we implemented in our index page. And that just renders header. And I know that you prepared something on Tailwind Play. So I'm gonna open that page. So what did you do here? I mean, I know the site, but let's explain it to the viewers. What's this playground here and what you can do there?
Sure. So, well, Tailwind has its own playground. It's much like CodePen. So technically, we could have done all this in CodePen, except they have the option to use the Tailwind config, which is pretty useful. In this particular case, I think I didn't actually use that, but it's like a quick way to demo out what a component or a Tailwind script could look like.
Yeah.
And you can quickly test it out, like responsively, how it behaves. Yeah. And in this case, where we are using Next, or if you would use React, it's super quick to mock it up here. So you know what kind of diffs or elements you need to have in your component.
Exactly. And as you said, I mean, the cool thing about this tool here is also that you get the preview here, what's behind MB -4, for instance. These days I build all my websites with Tailwind. I don't know about you. Do you use Tailwind in all your sites now?
Yes. Yeah. Literally all of them are on Tailwind now.
Yeah. I tweeted that last Friday, I think, that Tailwind ruined CSS for me because I'm so used to, just writing class now and then write the CSS there that it's so, it already feels strange when I open an old project and I need to find the SAS file and write CSS there. It's really interesting. Yeah. It's so fast. You get used to it so quickly. That all I do now is writing Tailwind class names and that's it.
Exactly. Yeah, I had to work with Bootstrap the other day.
Yeah.
And I was like, why is this not working? Why is this not working? I was using Tailwind classes.
Yeah, exactly. So the quickest way to get this now here that Chris prepared for us, into our React application is by using yet another tool. So I copy and paste that because what people might already see here, I mean React, people writing React, is that we can't use just class because it's not called class in React components. But I copy and paste that, go to, is it transform tools? I think it was transform tool. Yeah, whoops. I use an incognito browser or a new browser where I'm not logged in. So yeah, I need to accept a lot of cookies. And there is this HTML to JSX transformer. And I use that in all my projects where I have ready to use Tailwind components that I want to use in my React application. So that's probably also something for you. If you use another language, they think they have another. You can also do it to Pug, but there is not HTML to Vue, for instance. Also, yeah, but works with React.
Oh, that's cool.
So you see, I just copy and pasted it. Let me zoom in a little bit. And you see that they already transformed class to class name for me, and they took also care of some other stuff that's necessary in React. It's really helpful, and it's just quickly you can do this. So let me open React again, and I'm gonna copy and paste everything inside here now and hit the save button, and then it automatically transforms some stuff because I have ESLint activated. And then let's go to our where is it, resume page, and it should rebuild. Ta-da! It's here. And I mean that's the beauty of Tailwind, right? I can send you HTML and you just copy and paste it in your project and it works.
Exactly.
I mean, we said that in our when we prepared that.
Yeah, I mean, some background because I obviously made this header now, but it literally took me like 5 minutes. It has 0 custom classes. It's just a matter of looking at the design and thinking like, oh, okay, this is like less than half. This is a little bit over half, so that you know the columns. This needs to be a bigger font. This needs to be spaced out a bit with a border. And that's how you go about it. It's like such a quick way to prototype components.
Yeah, exactly. And you can do a lot more. I mean, there is the Tailwind config where you can add custom classes, custom plugins, and whatnot just instantly without lots of effort. And you can create amazing websites with Tailwind so easily. So let me check because I'll have a little, I'm cheating here on the left where you don't see it because we've prepared some stuff already. I'm just looking if I missed something. No, looks good. I think one thing that we changed, was how this looks on the page, because actually we need to we said we're gonna center it a little bit because that's way too big here.
Yes.
So let me go back to the code. By the way, it's complaining because we have no href, but that's okay.
I see.
We're gonna take care of that later. So let me quickly check. Where did we adjusted the page?
The page width.
Yeah, where was that actually?
It might have been in the layout.
Oh yeah, must be there somewhere.
If I'm not mistaken.
So yeah, currently, I mean, we could also let's show how it works here when we do it live in the browser. Let me fix that issue with the href. And also it's complaining that this one does not have an alt. So who's that guy? Alex Smith. Let's quickly change that and then get rid of the of this error here. So I don't know, it's TV. We're gonna implement that later anyway. So I mean, what we first do is we're gonna bootstrap the entire page and then we're gonna take care of the rest. So don't worry, this contact link here is going to a 404, but we're gonna take care of that. So let me see. I'm gonna refresh. Awesome. So yeah, that works. That looks good. Yeah. All right. So then let's see. Where have we set the background actually? So where is the gray background?
We also set that in the layout, the app layout.
Ah, you've checked that already. Okay, let me check.
Yeah.
Where is it? Here is the layout, app layout. Oh yeah, here is it. Here it is.
Yeah.
So the main flex. Wait, what? So what should we? I mean the app layout is gonna render the page. So
yes.
So we can leave it like that actually, and just change it here on the page and
yeah.
So there is a container class, isn't there? I think there's a container.
Yes, there is.
Let me see. Is it already applied? I don't think so. Overflow. Check container. Oh yeah, here it is. There's already container, and we could say no. Let's do it this way. mx auto. Oh no, that's wrong actually, because the container comes with a width already.
I'm just having a think what we changed, because I'm not sure if that was what we changed.
Yeah, I'm just looking what we did, because I can't see in our preparation. I mean, doesn't matter. We're gonna do this.
No, maybe we didn't do that yet.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, doesn't matter. I mean, we want this here to be like. I think we did it like this. We said, I don't know, 7, 12. No, that is too small. 12.
You sure we didn't use the container there?
Sorry?
Are you sure we didn't use the container? Or we didn't plan to?
Let me check. Container.
But then it should not have the padding, I think.
Whoops. So let me see. Oh, I probably need to zoom in here that people see this more properly. Okay, so I mean, did we set the? I mean, we could also set it. No. Why is 612 not? Oh, that's one thing. Why? Okay, with wait a sec. Where is it? Probably here it is. I mean, container is a good choice still, because we now have the entire page containerized, and it's I mean, it's not centered. That's one thing we need to now take care of.
Yeah.
Let me check. Whoops. Auto. I can't write now.
Not.
I mean, you can change anything here too. Are you in the? Let me see. Where are you? Somewhere in the
I'm
code.
following your code.
Okay, so now it's centered. So now everything on the page is centered, because I set the container. So we have this container setting with the max width stuff,
Yep.
and I also set the MX.
Yes, perfect.
So that this is you know, let me just quickly check something. All right, so let's change the width. I mean, of the header. The header is too big. So do you know the size we could use there for? Did we decide?
No, I don't think we did actually, based on the last session.
I see that we said Well, that's not that big. Let me quickly get that from our last session, because probably we missed something. And it's refreshing again. Oh, what did I miss here? Oh, yeah, where is the header? Where is sorry, where is the index page? Yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
Because I you know, I changed some of the imports, so that
I see. Yeah, there's not the same order.
Yeah, that's why I had to create this again. So I mean, we could also leave it like this for now, and as soon as we have more elements on the page, we're gonna adjust the sizes.
Yeah, we can do. Yeah, I mean, it's a minor detail to do that. I don't think we did that actually in our prep, so
yeah,
I can't
probably
see what we did.
yeah, probably we did not. So I mean, what we could still do is add a little more padding at the top of our page, because it sticks. There is not as much. You could say SMPY. I know 12. I don't get any auto completion at the moment. So one thing, by the way, that we are currently using is this new from the Tailwind creators just-in-time plugin. So you see I'm using here SMPY12 because that's something that comes built in with Tailwind. But I could also go now here and say 100 pixels. And it automatically now creates a new rule for me on smaller screens on the y-axis with 100 pixel. You see?
Wow.
You see?
That's
now it's
amazing.
generated. And that's, you know, that was sorry, that was a real game changer when I saw that video, because now you don't need to touch the Tailwind config. Actually, you can do this all here. I mean, I'm not sure the Tailwind config. Yeah, look, the Tailwind config does not contain this custom variation. I just write it and it creates it. I mean, that's, you know, let's leave something here just that people see it. That this is just, it's magic actually.
Yeah, no, it is. I didn't know that actually.
Yay! So that's cool. We got already someone learning something on the stream.
Yes.
Okay, so that's about the header. Let's check. Let's quickly check if the header is responsive. Whoa, that was two. Let me check. Give me iPhone here. Yeah, I mean, let's optimize some stuff here. What should we do? Because I think we did not take care of that either last time.
No, I don't think we did actually.
So
yeah, it should definitely be a stack though.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we kind of cheated because we prepared the header up front. So let's now make sure that we show how to get that working on smaller screens. Yes. So what's awesome. Required here to make that work? I mean, I think what we do is, let's see what the actual design is doing.
Oh, that's a good idea.
The one we're recreating here. Yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted to say. Well, let's put the image on top and the content below and the buttons next to each other.
Yeah.
So do you want to give it a spin and see if this is working? And I guide you. Let me quickly kind of, you know, stack or stash that or put it on the side so that we have this backed up.
Yeah.
Because yeah, you know, always when you start the funny part, then you wish you would have, you know, staged the things.
Exactly.
Okay, so good. Yeah, we're ready to go. So
cool.
Let's make this happen. And I'm just, you know, following your cursor. Where is your cursor?
Sure.
Here's your cursor. Oh, you read only, and you can't edit, right?
No, I can't.
Okay, let me check. Can I make read write?
Yeah, okay, now I can. Yeah. Perfect.
Can you really?
All right.
Can you try it again? Because
Yeah.
oh yeah, no, because it still says guest user with read only access. That's interesting.
Oh, okay.
Okay, perfect.
I'm sure this will work. All right. So for those of you who wouldn't know, but I think everyone here will know, is Tailwind obviously mobile first. So whichever we type first, it will be the default. So we kind of want it to be full width for this header.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. I always assume for medium device, we want it stacked of next to each other. Sorry. Um, that should take care of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Just wanna see that. I do need to do the other one, I think. Yeah, I do. So we also need to do this one, of course, and then obviously the parent will still have a flex direction that's now off.
Oh yeah.
So the flex width is actually working if you would inspect in the browser, but that it's just the wrong way around. So we want it to be flex direction column. So we didn't specify. So it should be flex column. I can't type today. And then for medium, it should be flex row from the top of my head. And I think that should already, it's quite a lot of it. Is that right?
Let me check. Where is my? Yeah. Wow. That was fast. I mean,
I might have just
and you see it.
on.
You see it. We did not leave the HTML, so we did not. That's also one cool thing about Tailwind, that you're so close to the HTML when you write the CSS stuff.
Yeah. Okay. No. So it still works on desktop, right? So then the next part is we saw that the text will all be centered, right?
Yeah.
So let's see. That will be on the container here, the 712. So we should say it should all be text center, and then again for medium device should be text left, I assume. Just want to see how that behaves.
Let me go to the browser.
Yeah.
That looks pretty good so already. Man, I next time we're gonna put polypane here and see everything side by side already.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Sure,
So
I'm gonna
yeah,
set this up.
I think it looks all right now. It's centered, the buttons still next to each other, and if we make it bigger, I made a typo here. Let's say it's still centered, but they should fix that. So yeah, I think that should take care of the header so far.
All right, let me go. So what else did you change there? Because I'm sorry that I got a little bit distracted. I'm about to put another tweet that we're live at the moment, but looks like I can't do this here until I got a new machine because my computer is slow while doing other stuff here. So can you explain what was the last change that you?
Yes, so you are still following my
Yes.
mouse, right? Yeah. So we have the second column, which is the 712, right? So we again said, okay, make this a full width for mobile. Yeah. Center the text on mobile. And for medium device, we want the 712, and we want the text to be left aligned. And that's literally all we added to make that work responsively.
Wow, let me check that. Let me challenge that. Okay, so we're in a desktop.
Yeah.
That looks fantastic. I mean, I think one thing that we changed is the max size of the image. Can you change that?
Yeah, I do think so, but we might have to. I don't know if we use a. Oh, obviously we have that new thing now. Yeah, forgot about that. So
Because
the
I think
image
that's
could have. Let's see. Ah, no, blanking out. Max width is max width, and then what did you say? You can do these dashes.
yes,
Does that
exactly.
work?
So yeah, that's the syntax. So you need to do the minus, and then usually where you put the value, the predefined value from Tailwind, you just put your own values inside. So yeah, now, oh yeah, you see it's max 200 now, but off because I think that was the wrong container.
Yeah, it might. We might have had to do that on the top one.
Isn't it that one here?
Yeah, no, that will be.
Yeah, because that's the
I
one
think
that.
we can put it on this one, right? Why
Oh
not?
yeah, that's the one with the
You
border. Yeah, let's see.
but because else the width of the column won't work. But yeah, you see now it will work. We
Yeah.
just need to center that thing now inside the top one, right? So this one will need to have a it won't be text center, I think. It will have to be a flex
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, let's make it a flex, and then the.
That should take care of a lot, actually.
Yeah. You know, in the past, I also always used text center to center all those stuff, but these days I just hit, you know, thanks to Tailwind, it's just flex, justify, center, done.
Yeah, exactly. Right, so we do need just to find.
Let me save
All
that.
right.
And voila, it's there.
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
And that's yeah, it still works. Yeah, probably needs to be a little bit bigger on, you know.
Yeah, it can do a little bit bigger, yeah.
I mean, that's the cool part. We can make this responsive, right? I mean, we could now say that on, let's take it here, and let's say on LG, for instance, the max size is, I don't know, 400 pixel or something. And you see where this is going with the new Tailwind feature just in time. You can create a lot of stuff, a lot of easy things.
Yeah.
Bye, Bruno. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Also, thanks for your support on Twitter. Make sure you follow Bruno.
Thanks, Bruno.
I'm gonna put his his Twitter handle also in the show notes and mention him on Twitter. Thank you. So yeah, it's a little bit bigger now. You see on at least LG screens, and it's getting smaller when we resize. And voila.
Good.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I must say that just-in-time rendering is really nice. It just makes you wonder, like, if you even need custom apply rules. I guess you do.
But... Yeah, for some for some cases it's still easier, but actually it reduces the need to create all those fancy variants in the Tailwind config. Especially like when you have just, you know, a few elements with a special hex color code. You had to put it into the Tailwind config previously, but now it's not necessary anymore, right? You can do all sorts of stuff by just, you know, creating the brackets and make it work. By the way, this new feature is built in with Tailwind 2.1, so no need to do anything fancy. Yeah, actually, it's just, you know, it just works. So let me quickly feature. Let me quickly go to another 2104. I don't know how we call it, header. Header. And what's the other thing that we built? What was it? How do we call the other thing?
What I do.
Yeah, header. What I do. Because as we said, this is going to be open source. Let me quickly commit that. So feed, what did we do? Let me quickly check that. So we added header component and removed the navigation because we don't need that anymore.
Yep.
and optimized layout, something like that. All right. Cool. And you probably know that already, but I actually like that tool a lot. So whenever you create a new branch, you remember when I do now git push, it says that this branch does not exist, and I need to do the set upstream, origin, whatnot. And you probably know that tool already called, and I'm not gonna say it now because, and you just enter that, and it takes the last command that failed or that got an auto suggestion, and now I got it there replaced for me, and I just need to hit enter, and it's gonna execute the command that I would previously need to copy and paste there. It's very cool. It's super handy. All right, so what? Sorry.
No, it is super handy.
Yeah, for lazy people. So okay, that was the first component. That's pretty. Yeah, let me leave that page. Let's leave that page. So that was, oh, that's the preview. So the next thing that we're gonna build today, as the last step here, is this what I do. So this is the, oh, by the way, you see there's a little animation there when you interact with the image. That's something we could. That's something we could show also. How to do those things.
Yeah, exactly. That would be a nice one for another one.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, a little offset. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So let's make the what I do. And to create the what I do, let's go back into our source code. And quickly, let me reduce a little noise here and create a new component and call this, for instance, what I do. What I do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's so I create another index tags and what I do tsx. What I do tsx. Now I got it, and we're gonna export everything from that file that we about to create. What I do. Okay, and again we need a React stateless component. Hi Ola BZ. Oh, thanks for watching. It's nice to have you here. I just checked the chat again. So what I do is the component we are creating. All right, and we say what I do is, oh, let me rename that. So that's what I usually do a lot, is that I just quickly create a dummy component that does nothing, that just, giving back a random title so that I can see that the import works. I mean, obviously it will, but it's still not bad to do that. So we put here the what I do component. And it should give me autocomplete. Yeah, exactly. And oh, by the way, we don't need the translations. Yeah, that's true, but that's part of another game. So what is wrong? Oh, I got two index files. Oh, that was.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you have a TS and a TS.
Yeah, that was not what I wanted. Let me check that. So I actually wanted to rename that what I do. Now it worked. Where is my, here it is, my VS Code, and now it should work. Oh no, it does not. So let me, where is it? What I do.
Yeah.
And now it should work. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it works. All right. So we put it on the page. Let me check, and it should say, yeah, what I do. Nothing, not much there. So yeah, let's quickly do that. So do you wanna edit, or should I? Because we prepared something, but I'm happy to let you take it here and put it into the code, whatever you want.
Yeah, I can do it. It's fine. So basically, what we did, we'll actually do that again, right?
Yeah.
So we'll start by making obviously a wrapper. Oops. Sorry, my autocomplete is a bit slow.
Yeah, don't worry.
It's jumping.
Yeah.
And so obviously you will get your title. So that will say what I do. It needs some styling, but we'll get to that. And then obviously you'll see there is a what is it here? There is another container with some 4 elements, but the elements are pretty much the same, right? So we just want to make one of those elements and basically loop over them. So we're gonna have another div that'll wrap those things eventually. I don't know why this is completing so slow today.
Yeah.
So inside we're gonna have the actual element. And a element will contain of an icon, right?
Yeah.
So I'll just type it out. So it will have an icon, it will have a title, and it will have some text.
Yeah, exactly.
So the title will be H4, and then the text will be a paragraph. I'll remove those duplicates now. Right, so that's basically what we're gonna have. The icons will actually use, I don't know which one do we use?
Oh yeah, let's add that. Let's add that first.
React icons.
Yeah, there is this library React icons. And I need to restart the server then. That I use a lot for those things. Yeah. So let me see, React icons. Hopefully, yeah. Let me check. So when you use a lot of icons, there is React icons, and it's my go-to library for using an SVGs in my application. So for instance, there is the hero icons, which is created by the Tailwind guys, and you have lots of icons that you can use easily. So when I say for instance, I need the high archive, I just import the high archive here from React icon / high, and I can use it without taking care or thinking about how to handle SVG files. I mean, it works for these kind of icons. So if you have your own icons, you still need to take care of them manually. But we use some open source icons, so that's a lot easier.
Yeah.
So let me just, I mean, it's downloading the icon lib, and I think that's again due to the streaming resources. But you can type while it's downloading. So that we're not blocked.
So in the meantime, I'll go on with some other stuff maybe. Let's see. Right. So the icon will kind of leave. Yeah. So we can simply do this, right? So for the title, we basically just want a large text that is bold. That's all we want. The paragraph, we don't actually want anything. The icon, however, is spaced out and it's green. So we do want to wrap that as well. So I think we said we wrap it in a div.
So yeah, I'm gonna quickly go to the design. So that's what you said. I mean, this is green here, and that's why the icon is green. That's what Chris is saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So the icon should be pretty big. Since it's SVG, it can be adjusted by font size. So that's pretty cool. Closing thing. Right. Not sure if the icon's already imported.
Yeah, they're now. Yeah, now it's done. So the install just.
So,
hi, by the way, to everyone who's watching. Thanks for joining.
This one. Right. Just gonna try one to see if that works. I think they're self-closing, eh?
Yeah, it's self-closing.
So I imported one, the monitor, and then I used it here. So now I just want to see what this would look like.
Yeah, let me quickly save it, and then let's go to the browser again. You know, I already see something that I'm gonna change for in our next session, is that my VS Code puts the browser on the side. I don't want to do that now, but in the next stream, I'm gonna take this space here on the right to do the live. Is it live view, live preview? I think there is an extension for that.
Yeah.
Is it live server? I don't know.
I think so.
Oh yeah, it's live server.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna do that now. That we're gonna do this next time. So let's go back to our page, and
is the server still running?
I restarted it. So let me.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, it's working now.
So yeah,
cool.
it was I restarted it because I installed the new dependency. So let me see. Is it running? So it says it's compiling. Let me go to localhost 3000 again. Oh yeah, here it is. I mean, it doesn't look like the one we're going yet, the one we're running, but we're getting there. So okay.
Yes.
What's next? So we got the main elements. We got the headline here for what I do. We also got the a little icon here and the title and text. So this is the icon, this is the title, and this is gonna be the text. So yeah, what's next?
I'm just gonna add some little more styling for the why did we make this rather let's see, some padding needs to be quite big, also bold. And yes, I see. We used apply rules for this, but we'll get to that in a second.
To there.
So then, oh wait, do I have? No, that's right. Then this will be a single item, right?
Yes. So we're gonna
it will have a full width for once we are on mobile. We'll add some padding to the left and right and some margin top. And then on a medium device, we want it to be 1/2 of this of whatever the container is. So the container should then also be a flex, and it should wrap whatever it has inside. And I want it to negative offset so that it will use the whole thing.
Yeah.
Then this thing, so this is the whole component basically. That should also have some padding. We can center that. I think we used margin top. We might not need that anymore since we and before we had a container on here, but
I saw it, and we had a typo there. we wrote container instead of container. So let's quickly see. Okay, so let's just quickly catch up. So Chris created a container for us that wraps the entire what I do component, and it has a margin or a padding on the x-axis. That's why you do the mx minus here again, so that this container here takes the full space again. Because why do we add that? I was wrong. That's not true what I said. That's because of this one here. Yeah, because every element got the px, and we're gonna correct that here again.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. That was the case. So, and we're gonna add the mt12 here, so that there is a space between what I do and the header. Actually, we could do this differently and let the page decide, or the layout decide, the space between the elements. But let's keep it there for a sec. And then we have the headline that's gonna have, that also have a padding at the bottom that's bold and 2XL font size. And these elements here, these are the what is it? The what I do sections. And we're gonna do later repeat that. Let's add another one just that people see how this behaves. Then I add another.
I think we're missing a div here then.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, I think these two were wrapped because they will now be next to each other.
Oh yeah.
Which I think they need to be in another div.
Yeah, let me quickly change that.
Yes, perfect.
and another div here. Yeah, you're right. So and let's check. And the cool thing about the React icons that we use is, by the way, also that they they infer their current color from the text color of their parent or current container. That's why Chris put the text green color here. I got one error because I think there. Oh, here it is.
Yeah,
There is.
the editor is
Yeah.
making some adjustments itself.
Obviously the wrong ones, but he's trying.
Yeah, he's hard time keeping up.
Yeah. Let me see. We still have no, we don't. Cannot find named. No, now everything is perfect. Okay.
No, it works.
I go to the browser and what I see is a good looking result so far.
Yep.
Let me quickly inspect that. So we have the container here with the margin top that we set so that there is a space between those two elements. And as I said, we could also put this here on the page class so that there is a space that the page takes care of the space, but let's ignore that for a sec. And then we have this inline block element, that's the text. And we have the flex here with flex wrap that's taking care that if we're gonna resize that, you see it wraps the entire stuff. That's great. Okay, so
and you should be able to make it smaller, and it should work on mobile stack as well.
Yeah, let me check. So this is the iPhone size, and yeah, it works. Cool.
Okay, cool.
All right, then let's take care of actually rendering items here, not title and text. How did we solve that? And then the last thing for today is then the custom apply rule. But let's first create some items here. So I'm gonna remove those here, and then let's create the actual items for this what I do.
Yep.
So, and I'm gonna jump in here and let me get there here. So what we did is we created a new interface, and I'm prefixing the interface these days with I know that not all people do that, but I do it so I can easily differentiate between types and interfaces. So what we say here, we want to have an item that has a component type as the icon, because we want to allow React icons as the input. And then it should have a title and a text of type string. So let me quickly check that. All right. So we're going to create an array of items of the type item, and it's an array because we need more than just one. And let's quickly see. So thanks to TypeScript, we now get here autocomplete. We see icon, text, and title already. So for the first item, we're gonna need the FI pencil alt. I think that's the one we decided to use.
Yep, correct.
So that should be part of, let me check, I think it's FA, probably. Let me see if there's...
Yeah, it's FA.
All right, perfect. Then we said we're gonna need a title, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, the first title here on Alex Smith is copyright. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So we're gonna, and also we need some dummy text, and we prepared that already. So let me quickly jump into that preparation file and copy it. So you see, we now have one item with a FA pencil icon, copyright title, and some text. And React is complaining that we don't use item here already, so let's change that. You said that the one thing that's going to be repeated is here this container, right? So let's quickly create here the items and map over our items. And thanks to tab 9, I get some fancy autocomplete here already. And I'm gonna quickly take that here, put it into my map, And now, thanks to ESLint,
It
I
needs
get a
the key.
yes, exactly. I get a warning that the key is missing. So the key should be unique in React maps, or I mean arrays that you want to render. So make sure that they're unique, and we assume that people using that icon interface here, or item interface, that this title here is unique. So we're gonna take the title as the key value here. So let me quickly put it here and save, so React is not complaining anymore. But every item now has the same icon, the same title, and same text. So I'm gonna change that. And that's pretty easy because, let me check, because we know that on the item, there is an icon. And the icon is a component type, so we can safely say, okay, let's render here the component, the icon. And we know that item.title is also available, and we even further know that item.text is also part of the item object. So, and if I've done everything correctly, I mean, if I monitor, oh yeah, we're gonna use that later on, so let's not delete that. So if I've done everything correct, you should see, yeah, voila, you should see here a copyright and the actual item text. So let's quickly, because as I said, we prepared that, let's quickly add 4 or 3 other items here. And let's quickly import the correct icons and copy pasting that. By the way, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you follow Chris and subscribe to his blog. I'm gonna put the links into the show note, and thanks for watching. So let me quickly go onto the page, and we should see 4 items, not 8, 4. Yeah.
Looks great.
Looks good. And let's check if they're also responsive. And yeah, you see copyright, you see e-commerce, you see web design marketing, all in a row, or in a column actually. So that's good looking. So one thing that we miss now as the last exercise of today is this, as you see here, is this line here. So below what I do is a line, so here. And we're gonna quickly show you how you can use @apply, which is part of the Tailwind magic, let's call it that way, to create a custom class here and assign it to what I do. So Chris, do you want to show us how it's done? I'm gonna take care of the preparation. So what we do here, because I enabled the Next.js setup to handle SAS files, so I can quickly create a what I do as CSS file here, and the only thing I need to do is make sure that in the main SCSS file, that's let me quickly check, that's part of the, oh, I see there's a duplicate. Let me quickly, where is it here? Let me quickly remove that one. Let me see if that still works, or if I deleted something important now. No, works. All right, so this is the main file, and we have a button SCSS here, but I think we don't need that anymore. That was that, oh yeah, that was the button blue. Yeah, that was part of the navigation that we also deleted. So let's delete button here, and let's remove button from here. So all we do now is we just need to import our new what I do CSS file, and I created also path aliases, so I can just say and then slash, and then we're in the source folder already. So I'm gonna just say components slash what I do, and then what I do SCSS. That's it. Let's see if that works. I click on it, I follow the link. Unable to read the file. Oh, shoot. That's not what's wrong. Let me check. Is it slash components? What? Ha! Let me check. If I get, no, is it rel path? Copy relative path. Probably I did something wrong here, but let's check. No, that's actually, it should work. Let me see if we got an error. No, it works actually. Then it's just my VS Code not working at the moment. Okay, so fair enough.
That's all right.
Yeah, it looks actually, so it doesn't matter. So the one.
You want me to take it from here?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna, let you do the rest of that.
Cool. So as you saw in that example, the H2 has a line under it, and like it's partially gray and partially green. So how we can achieve that is with pseudo classes, which means we kind of have to make this a absolute element, the H2 itself, and it needs to have a custom identifier. So I'll call this title, right?
Yeah.
That's something that Tailwind doesn't know yet.
Exactly.
So what we'll do is we'll go to to this file. Oh wait, I'm following you.
Yeah, and I'm following you. So.
I just kept clicking back.
So one thing. So I just want to quickly interrupt. So one cool thing about Tailwind is that you can still write CSS as you're used to, because I had talks and conversations with other people who were kind of afraid that they are forced into the Tailwind system, but you're not. You can still use SCSS files or what you're used to, and just build your CSS classes on top. So that's you're not limited.
Yeah. So like technically speaking, you could write custom CSS still if you needed to, which sometimes you do, right? Well, before this JIT rendering, there were cases where you would want to do like fixed width for a certain element.
Yeah, exactly.
And it would just be easier to write a custom class and do a full Tailwind implementation.
Yeah, exactly.
For now, we already made the. We could apply all the rules for the H2, but don't really see much benefit on that. So since this is SCSS, we can use the ampersand and just write before. So this will render into h2.title and before. We'll make a separate rule for that. We do need to apply the content. I don't think Tailwind has that yet, to be honest. And then we can apply a rule. So this is where we could just write Tailwind classes. So what we want is we want the absolute element needs to be at the bottom. This one needs to be full width. And we want it to be 2 pixels high.
Oh yeah, and this one is now easier, because remember when we created the H2 pixels, we had to create a custom. Yeah, exactly.
But does the JIT rendering work also in apply rule?
Interesting question. Yeah, let's see. I'm not sure, because I know they added some keywords, some stuff that's not working yet. But let's see.
Okay. So I noticed. Wait, I made a typo.
Classic.
So absolute. But this needs to be obviously relative. Ooh.
Yeah, exactly.
In the thing. So I'm just gonna quickly check if that makes any sense what I did now. It should have the first line.
Let me also quickly go to that. So there is a before element. Yeah, it's here. Oh, it has a height of 2 pixels, so that works. That answers the question. So apply. Looks like it's working.
Perfect.
That's cool.
Just missing the color. Oh no, it is.
The color is there, isn't it? Oh yeah, it's here.
Yes. Okay. Perfect.
All right. So that's cool.
That makes sense.
Cool. That's really cool. I mean, I only started using the just-in-time feature, but I see many benefits.
That makes way more sense. Yeah, I wish we had that before.
Yeah. That's always the case when new fancy features are released. You think, oh my god, why was that available before?
Exactly. So we then use the author pseudo thing to make another one.
Yeah.
But that's going to be the actual green line, so it doesn't need to be full width. So we kind of say like width 8 should be alright. So then this also is 2 pixels. And this can be the green line. Right, cool. Whoops. Added some extra stuff there.
Darn.
And then if we run that,
okay, so let's go to the page, and you see it is there. But I think we need to adjust the. Oh, remember, the current page we're looking at has this, gray background.
Gray color,
so let's is it? It's part of the layout. Yeah. So let's quickly remove that and say the background is just white. And then we should see the gray color, hopefully.
Oh, it is there. Shoot.
Is it already there? Oh yeah, I see it. I see it.
Yeah, it is.
It's probably I mean, we could create it a little bit bigger now. I mean, now that we're so flexible that we just go to this and we could say like 3 and 3. Let's see if this, yeah. At least it's a little bit better visible now.
Yes.
How did they do it?
Ah, that's so cool.
It is, isn't it? Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, but that gives a really good example of how you can use apply rules. I generally use them a lot for this pseudo element stuff because that is something Tailwind doesn't have yet. It would be so cool if they would have like a before selector. I'm sure they're working on that.
Yeah, I mean
but in the meantime, this is just superb.
Yeah. I mean, now that they're having this, this syntax, I can imagine that sooner or later you can, kind of like write something like this before, I don't know, and they handle this and create it or apply it to the before element. I mean, they literally, they create dynamic classes just by this selector here or by this pattern. So I think it should be easy doable for them to, go way beyond that and create pseudo selectors.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's the first start this CHID just-in-time feature they released. So yeah, so that's I mean, that's what we prepared for today. So I mean, let's take care of some optimizations because I think container is not needed here.
No.
Because the container is a part of the page layout. And what else I want to change actually is I think it's in the page layout. Yeah, so these children here, I don't know why there's a there is an empty space there. So these children here are basically this element and this element, and we could just say, I mean, just to show it, that we apply a base space between those elements of, for instance, I don't know, 100 pixel, whatever. Let's just try this. And then quickly remove that margin top here. And this should now apply automatically. Let's see if that works. Oh, did not.
Yeah.
Let me check if that works. Space should be here. Oh, that's I know why. Give me a sec. I mean
yeah, you put it on one.
Yeah, there is another.
Put it on the main rep.
Yeah, I think it's in the page index file. Let me check. Is it here? Oh yeah, the page content. Yeah, that's just, the page content is just an empty or a div that has not much stuff here. But let's do it different because we cannot assume that between each and every element we need the same space. But for now, we know that whoops. Thanks, autocomplete doesn't work all the time. So whoops. Always delete the wrong components. So yeah, let's just create a space here between those two elements, and I don't put it into the page content and I don't put it into the page component because I cannot be sure that between each of our elements on the side we want to have the same space. But for now, you see, I added this space here And now the components itself does not need to have this margin top, because this container now takes care of the spacing between those two. And we could, was it I don't know, mx, what was the value actually, mx 12. So we could just say we have a spacing of 12 here, and then it should be similar to the one we had before.
That's
oh
true,
no, yeah, now it is. You see the flicker. So for a sec, because I mean that's the just-in-time feature. You see that the class is removed from the CSS that's generated, and then it's added again. So there is a little, jumping, but this, I mean, it's not so bad. What's another value? Is 16 one? I'm not sure. Let's see, because let's add some more space there.
I know 24 is...
No, 16. Oh yeah, 16 is also available. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, 16, 20, 24, yeah.
And you see, I mean, we literally just, I mean, oh yeah, one last thing that we could optimize is, and then we're done for today. And thanks everyone who's watching. Here is it takes a lot of space here on mobile. Actually, this icon, we could create it a little bit smaller so that there is more space for the text. Let's just quickly change that, and then we're done for today. What do you think?
Yeah, sounds good.
So I mean, what do you think we need to?
Yeah, we could make the text. It's not a text tree XL, so we could make it like text XL for mobile
and reduce the margin as well, right? So, I mean, we could.
Yeah, the margin is quite big for the 5, so you could probably do it margin 2, to be honest, on small screen.
Oh, and you said smaller text, right? So text, I don't know.
Yeah, like a little bit smaller.
Let's see what's happening here.
Just like that.
Oh, that's I mean, the icon size is not that bad. Wait a sec. Do we actually need? Do we need the space, the margin on the left? Because now it's off. I mean, there is.
Oh, maybe not with the padding there.
Yeah, we got the padding, and I think that, I mean, here, the thing that bothers me a little is that there is no alignment here because we put the margin on the left.
We probably should also put some alignment on the icon there.
Oh, that's awesome that you learned something today.
That's why we did the negative one, right?
I'm not sure. Let me check. I mean, let's for a sec change or remove the margin. Let's do a restart here with the margin, and let's take care of that. That is properly aligned here, because actually what we want is just the margin on the right, because the text never ever is under. I mean, we only need a space between those two here. And we could do that.
Yeah, true.
I mean, we could, use the space X class again. So we could say space X, and I don't know, 6. Let's try that. Let's Tailwind handle this for us so that there is a space between those two elements. And let's make just-in-time work. And you see there is a space now between those two. And the cool thing is that this icon, I mean, we could also remove the padding now, don't we?
Yeah, actually, if you're using the space, then you can.
Oh, we should probably just do the padding top, so we could say it's just padding Y or padding top.
No, I mean, I would even maybe remove that. Like, what do you think if we just center the icon vertically?
Ah, yeah.
I guess it wasn't in the example.
No, in the example. Let's see. No, in the example, it's always on the top. I mean, but you see, it's aligned here. Yeah. That's why we did it.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny is that the icon needs a padding on top to be aligned with the text.
Yeah. Well, it's because the text will have a little bit of padding just on the font, right? For special length characters.
But it's cool, right? It works now, and it looks to me it looks a little bit
Yeah.
better, and we could even go further.
No, it's quickly.
And add a space here between the title and the elements, also with the space, because I really got in love with the space Y and space X CSS class, because it's so easy to handle spacings between the elements on both axes, just with this one class here.
It is.
So let's see, there is the yeah, now we got a space here between them. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Let me check. What was the reason again? I'm just that we added the padding here. Ah, that's because that's also, is there also padding here? Oh, that's why. Okay, those elements all have this padding X. Okay, that's why we do that.
Yeah.
All right. All right, I think that's cool. It's even it's even better now than before the thing we prepared.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean that's the whole thing. You kind of learn things in projects, and it's so cool if you can put that to action.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, one last thing, because I'm nitty-gritty here. Let's add some more spacing between those elements here. I think that's just the, where is it? Ah, yeah, we can just apply a gap of, I don't know, 4 here. I don't know what if we always say we use 4 and 2, or oh, that was wrong. Only 2. Oh, how do you handle that usually? Because I'm so used to using grid at the moment that I totally lost. Where is it? So what I want to achieve is that there is a little bit more space between those items here.
Right.
But I think gap is
can't you use
too much.
No, you can't use the space, can you? No.
Oh, I think, wait a sec. I think the problem is that I... Oh, no, that's correct. No, that should work.
So, wait, which side do you want the space on?
So between those elements here.
Between the two?
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, I think we can, and you can up the px on the element, right? And then negatively minus them. I think that's what we did. So if each item you can, for instance, do px6. So that will be left, right, 6.
You mean here?
X.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. And then
and the negative one above on the container.
Oh, yeah.
Here. Yeah, exactly.
Let me see if that works.
That should work, but might be wrong.
Yeah, it does.
No, that's good, right?
Yeah, looks great. Looks good. Let me check. Oh, that's cool.
I mean, we could have gone for grid, actually. But...
Sorry?
I mean, we could have gone for grid.
Yeah.
But it works like this.
Yeah, it works. I mean, using grid can be part of another session, but the cool thing about, I mean, Tailwind dropped Internet Explorer support anyway, so.
Yeah, true.
I mean, we got this weird screen now here, because I think that's because of how the container class works. Yeah. Because there is this size here where Tailwind puts a lot of spacing left and because I think that's because of our SM here, isn't it? That one? No, that's not. Oh no, yeah, that's what they do. So if you take a look here, they have this special, their container says, okay, when the min width of 768 pixels, that's also the max width. So that's why it's so small here. I mean, that's something I changed in lots in many of my projects, because I don't want to have this so much white space. I mean, white space is great, don't get me wrong, but that's a little bit too much in my opinion. I mean, when you go to iPad, or I mean, it's iPad, not iPad Pro. Oh no, it's okay. It's not so bad actually.
Oh, that also that's not super bad.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that's it. So if oh, there's no space between those two. Why? Oh yeah, yeah. Let's take care of those things later on. I think that's. I mean, that was the actual design here, and that's what we got.
Yeah.
Let me just quickly. Yeah, it's. I mean, it has our touch of things. So, I mean, we have not optimized the font yet and some other cool stuff, but we're getting there. And you can contribute anytime. So whoever is watching, this will be open source. So Chris and I will do this open source, and you can, contribute and create your own, contribution and create a PR or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's let me quickly check that in. So we added what I do component. Yeah, I think that's it. There's not much I can add to this commit actually. All right.
No, that's perfect.
I'm gonna push that, and then we're done for today. Wonderful.
Awesome.
Thank you, Chris, for joining. That was wonderful. We're gonna do this again. So let me quickly change the scene. So we're gonna do this again next week. I think we agreed on. So we're gonna work on the next component. Let's see what's in it. I mean, we have 1, 2, 3 components left, and then a header and a footer. That's also gonna be probably static, because I mean, we said we're gonna build something here, but let's see to what extent we're gonna build this. If this is a full-blown page or a very simple one that you can just easy spin up with some config changes, and then let's see where this goes.
Awesome.
That's fantastic. So thank you for joining. Make sure you subscribe to his blog. I'm gonna put the links into the show notes. And thank you for being here, Chris. Do you want to say something at the end of our stream to either our viewers who are live here, or to the ones that are gonna rewatch the stream? So
so to everyone, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something and enjoyed it. And I hope you've especially seen how we go about building this stuff, and that there's always a room for optimizing. And thank you for having me.
It was wonderful. Thanks for joining. So then let me find the app where I press the stop, and yeah, here it is. And yeah, so that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone, and see you next week on another live stream. Bye.
Cool. Bye.